Hi, everybody. Okay, well, today has been really interesting. So the first thing I want to talk about is I woke up this morning, came downstairs, had a cup of coffee, turned the radio on, and the Today programme was on Radio 4. And they had Peter Lilly, the arch Brexiter. But what was unusual about this was that they also had Chris Morris, who is one of their correspondents, who acted as a fact checker. So he was able to challenge some of the assertions that Peter Lilly was making. And of course, Peter Lilly was talking absolute rubbish. And so it ended up in quite a heated argument. But this is a bit of a step change for Radio 4 because I've been becoming increasingly infuriated with the interviews that they've been doing, because they seem to have allowed, certainly up until now, Brexiters to get away with spouting any old rubbish with impunity. But as I say, today I felt that was a bit of a step change. I mean, Peter Lilly did still spout crap. Don't get me wrong. He claimed that apparently we trade with the USA on WTO rules alone, which of course is complete rubbish. We have a whole series of agreements via the European Union, which enables us to trade with the US and China, which we would lose instantly through crashing out. But we'll let that go for the moment. I mean, he's been spouting that crap for years now, so we'll let that go. But in the whole, it's the right, it's a positive move for the Today programme. So yeah, kind of like a half thumbs up to Radio 4 for that. It's a step in the right direction, but you can still do more. Secondly, we had the the High Court said that the ECJ can now make a ruling on whether we are able to unilaterally withdraw Article 50. Now, this was something that the government desperately tried to stop. So they tried to stop this going to the ECJ because for some bizarre reason, they don't want the British people to know whether we can unilaterally withdraw Article 50. Well, I mean, it's not bizarre. It's obvious why they're doing that. But the government were defeated, so now it can go to the ECJ, and they're going to make a ruling at the end of November. And of course, if they do rule that the Article 50 can be unilaterally withdrawn, that's going to give even more impetus to a people's vote, because it sweeps away any doubts that we can reverse this process. I mean, this process can be reversed, but this would be, there's people out there that will still have doubts about it, but this will underline the fact that it can stop. But it also means that if we get into, it would also mean if we got into a terrible mess, we would be able to revoke Article 50 and then take stock. So whether we call a people's vote or not, it would still be a safety net for us. And so that's very important. I'm looking forward to seeing what the ECJ rule on that. Thirdly, there was the ERG press conference today, which was comical, frankly. I mean, you had these 6 white, middle-aged, privileged, grey men. I've seen loads of things on Twitter, like likening it to a picture of the 1950s, politicians from the 1950s. It was ludicrous, and the beauty of this whole thing was that the whole ERG extreme Brexiters, they're all starting to look ludicrous now. They're all starting to look idiotic, and they're a busted flush. Clearly, they seem to be a busted flush. It wasn't so long ago, only a few days ago, I thought they had the upper hand. I actually thought they were going to topple Theresa May, but I don't think they are. I think they've played their cards. They've overplayed their hand, and now they are. It's obvious for everyone to see that they may have shouted loudly, but they're paper tiger. They're nothing, and they are becoming more and more marginalised in the Conservative Party, and more moderate Conservative Tories are going to start to distance themselves from these people because they start to look so ludicrous. Obviously, that can change. we'll have to see how everything progresses through the next few weeks. I mean, they could the centre ground of the Tory party could still veer back to the right if they want to, but at the moment they've made themselves look like total idiots, and that is just a beautiful, beautiful thing to behold. One final thing I want to say is referencing Theresa May's jumping the queue remarks yesterday. This was something that she said in her speech to the CBI, where she basically implied that European Union citizens that had come here to work and to live had somehow jumped the queue. I mean, it's just outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous that she thinks that this is suitable language to talk about our friends, our neighbours, our work colleagues, people that treat us in hospital, people that look after our old people in homes, people that do jobs that British nationals don't want to do. These people are here legally. They came here legally, and they have every right to be here. And what she's basically done is she's implied that in some way that they are, they're breaking the rules in some way, which they're not. I mean, it was a total and complete dog whistle to the xenophobic and racist elements in this country, and it's appalling, absolutely appalling. And it makes me so angry because I think this, in a way, epitomises the whole Brexit debate. It's like facts don't matter anymore, and it's just based on rhetoric and emotive language and trying to appeal to the basest instincts in this country, basest political instincts in this country. And, I used to feel sorry for Theresa May. I saw she was pretty stoic in the House of Commons last week and in face of the reporters, etc. But now I don't really care about her. I think politically she deserves everything she gets. You can't countenance language like that. It's appalling. And, she's also celebrating stripping away freedom of movement. And that doesn't just mean people coming here. It means you and me and our children or grandchildren, if you've got grandchildren, or whoever, their ability to go and live and work and love in Paris, in Berlin, in Madrid, in Vienna, or wherever they want to go, easily, seamlessly, without hassle. And apparently, according to Theresa May and other Brexiters, it's a great, wonderful thing to be stripping that away from us and from our children and grandchildren. And makes me so angry. But it keeps you motivated. This is why we're fighting for a people's vote. So, same message again. Keep putting pressure on your MPs. Keep writing them letters. Keep emailing them. If they don't reply to you, don't worry about it. Keep going. Just email them again. Write another letter. If they try and bat you away, argue your point. Bat it back. But don't let the pressure up. Keep going. Cheers, guys.